Hello, and welcome back to Oolykee Gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic Mod Monday. We have nuclear reactor stadiums, the whole shebang. Okay, again, as always, disclaimer, this is my personal opinion, this is not promotional material or anything like that, this is just a couple of mods I selected from last 7 days, and I'm gonna be doing a little bit of a presentation of those mods. I think you guys might be interested in that, so have a look. You should look at all the mods, you should choose whatever suits you the best. We have an amazing community, we have amazing modders, and they do great job. So let's get started. Mr. Bremerd, Alyosha statue, Alyosha Monument. Alyosha would be probably where I come from named. This is the statue from Bunaryk Hill in Plovdiv, Bulgaria. This is iconic statue of a Soviet soldier. And it's really nice. I really appreciate when people are actually focusing more on something nice, not only productive, and this is definitely something that falls into that area. Mr. Bremerd, you have a link to this mod in the description. If you want to read more about it, you have again link in the description. I want to compare this one price-wise. If we go to our monuments here, and if we go all the way to the back, we have Alyosha here, 9.9 tons of concrete and 3.3 tons of steel, which is a little bit more concrete, which is the most important thing in this game, and much less steel compared to our small Lenin statue. We have bigger Lenin statue, but that is definitely more than 3 times larger than the requirements for this, so I think realistically it does have similar requirements for the construction as vanilla one. Let's move on. Right, again something more nicer than actually useful in this game. We have House Series 101 GAM from Mr. Raytheon. So you can read more about this mod in the description of the video, but let's get started. So we have comparison to the smallest house we have here, but I'm gonna show you how it looks like. It's a set of houses with a really low capacity, so 16 people here, and then the other ones are even smaller than that, 12, 8, all the way down to 4 people. It's quite realistic. Most of the houses have their own kind of backyards and orchards, and a little bit of vegetables growing there. It's really nice. This is definitely something I'm gonna be using it. How does it compare construction wise to the vanilla mod, to the vanilla residential building? If we go all the way to the end, so we have the smaller ones with 4 workers to up to 16. It requires gravel, concrete, of course, and boards to finish this construction. All of them need boards, only boards. They don't require bricks or prefab panels. The most expensive one would be this one. Requires 5.4 tons of boards, 3.1 tons of concrete. And let's start comparing it to vanilla straight away. Vanilla one requires 4.7 tons of boards, a little bit less, but it does require 10 tons of bricks. I don't think we can compare these two buildings. There's nothing in vanilla that can be compared to boarded houses. It does require doesn't require any steel, any asphalt, or any bricks, and everything else, it is more or less the same or in the same ballpark as this one. So something more affordable and nicer looking. It's not all about the money. I actually really like this mod, and if you want to read more about it, check out the description of the video. Mr. Pyro and Micro Reactor. This is compact, self-contained nuclear reactor, have been developed by the people of your republic. There are 7 submerged units provided. You can read description on your own if you wish to do so. It produces 225 megawatt hours of power and uses 0.001 tons of nuclear fuel. That would be 10 kilos of nuclear, or 1 kilo. That would be 1 kilo of nuclear fuel, and creates 1 kilo of nuclear waste. It does have up to a ton capacity for both nuclear fuel and nuclear waste, so this, if you supply it well, it can last for a long time. But the power production for this unit is really small. This is the smallest power plant actually I have in my mod section. How does it compare to the vanilla one? So we can go into vanilla here, and you can check the nuclear reactors. Single reactor, it's literally 20 times more powerful. It does create a little bit less waste, I believe, but this is really not scalable. It's gonna be really hard to make 20 of these. What about price-wise? So if we go to our mod section, we can see the price of this is the price of the single reactor nuclear power plant. I don't think we can really compare it, but let's see if it's 20 times more expensive. So you have here a micro reactor requires 300 tons of steel, which is comparable to the nuclear power plant there. It requires 435. It does require 355 tons of concrete, which is enormous amount of concrete. It does require only 4 tons of gravel, while the vanilla power plant requires 181 tons of gravel. Brick-wise, you can see that it's quite comparable. Actually, micro reactor requires more bricks to be constructed, more of everything, and the power output is extremely low. So this is highly, I don't want to say highly realistic, but it's definitely more expensive than a vanilla one. But it's something scalable that you can deploy in your country. I think it's quite interesting. I think it's really nice. It's a really nice model, and I think I'm gonna be testing it out in my series. Okay, check out the description of the video. Again, Mr. Raytheon. This is squares, lawns, and flower beds. A lot of new stuff, and I'm really happy that some modders are being focused on the nicer things in life. So in this case, we have lawns, we have squares, and we have flower beds in really nice motifs, as you can see. This is definitely something I'm gonna be using, and I don't think we have anything comparable in vanilla compared to this. We do have some monuments and shrubs and bushes, but I can't really say that we can compare it. If we go to the monument section, and if we scroll all the way in the back where these are, you can see that you can place them practically anywhere you want. They might be able to be used as a road or something, or to pass through here. I didn't test this, but I'm gonna leave it to you guys to check it out. Anyway, it doesn't have collisions. It's gonna be really nice to implement in, well, your republics as well as mine. Right, check out the link in the description. Mr. Empty Bao, I hope I'm not butchering your name. This is North Korea's DPRK Chandongja Stadium. Chandongja Stadium. This is a 19th release of the item North Korea Collection Stadium DPRK. Okay, you can read about this on your own. It serves as a sport, provides 25 workers, can give up to 175 people. This is a multi-use stadium, and you can read about it in the description of the video. You can't really compare this to anything that we have in vanilla. In vanilla, we have the football playgrounds. I don't think it's even worth doing this comparison, but we can go for it. I know that some of you guys like this, but if we go to sports playgrounds here, and sorry, we can go for vanilla one. But it's not, excuse me, it's not really comparable. So if you go to these playgrounds, they seem to be a little bit more expensive. This is 6.1 tons of concrete versus, let's just do it like this, probably better. If you go to mod section and then just choose the stadium over here. So stadium requires 2,000 tons of concrete, 79 tons of gravel, 21 tons of asphalt, 600 tons of steel, 599. Actually, it takes just under 12,000 work days to finish. So this is a really expensive project, but I think it's something nice for the big cities because it can serve a lot of people. Check out more details in the description of the video. Mr. Novo, huge warehouse. This is a huge combined warehouse that can store large amounts of both open and covered goods. Feature double. You can check this out. Okay, I need to read this out because it features double railroad access and parking for 64 trucks. Includes 46 trucks. Includes a vast interior space that can be directly seen if camera perspective is balanced inside a building. So you can go and check out how big the storage area actually is. Right, it has, like it says in the description, it has a lot of parking spaces on all sides, actually both sides, and it has 2 railroad access as well. Right, how does it compare to the vanilla one? If we go to our storage area all the way in the back where this warehouse should be located, we have vanilla storehouse here, storage, that has quite a limited capacity compared to this one. This one has 10 tons of covered storage area. It says 10 tons in the description of the mod, but it says 8 tons of crops maximum. I don't see anything bigger than this. And then you have 5 tons of open storage, which is true. Most of the stuff that you can see here, it's 5 tons, plus it's 500 tons of meat. Note that connecting to rail can be a little bit tricky, but can be done in shorter starter packs are used. Okay, so you can read more about this in the description. What about construction materials used? It does require 477 tons of concrete, 1,600 tons of bricks. It's way bigger than the vanilla one. This is something really interesting. I actually like these big warehouses, and this one has extremely nice details. I love how it looks like. Looks like one of those old coal power plants, but it looks really nice. There you go. If you want something expensive and lavish in your country, there you go. Check the link of the description of the video. Okay, Scania. We have Scania Trucks 124 tanker truck, but also you can find a link to the open hull truck. If you try to subscribe, you can subscribe to open hull trucks as well. Unfortunately, capacities are quite big, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be using this myself, but for you guys, if you wish to play with something bigger and I want to have a little bit better distribution, this is something for you guys. You can find the Scania Trucks in the dollar purchase section. If you go for first of all, you have the you can go scroll all the way in the back. You can see both of those trucks here. One of them is open hull, the other one is the oil tanker. Unfortunately, they don't have pictures here for some reason, and they don't have pictures here as well. And this is how they compare to something in vanilla. Of course, the open hull truck has 35-ton capacity, which is probably not even comparable with anything in vanilla. So let's go with the rubles and let's go with open hull trucks. If we go all the way back, we have this Romanian truck 18-ton capacity, and we have KMZ with 16-ton capacity. This is the best you can do with Soviet trucks. These are twice the amount, more than twice in some cases. And then you have the oil tankers. We can see I bought 2 different oil tankers to compare to the size. This is the same RMD Romanian truck, has 16 tons of oil, and then we have the KMZ cistern with again 16 tons of oil, which is again more than double the more than half the less than half capacity of the modded Scania truck here. But again, this is in real life realistic, because they can take between 20,000 and 40,000 liters of oil, which is comparable to 35 tons of oil. So if you wish to play with something like this, definitely nice thing. Why I included this here? Because I'm a huge fan of Scania trucks, and well, there you go, we have this. Mr. Cantavetti or Viti, Alaskan S.S.R. This is the map that we're looking here. So he's a little bit shy on description. It's Alaskan S.S.R. map. Has 2 small towns with ports. Map has all the resources. This is all the description you're gonna see of this map. Let's see how it looks like. It has quite hilly terrain for most of the map. It has a central valley, quite similar to the Alaskan map that we're playing now. But this map gives you a nice starting position. In the center of the map here, disregard this construction because this is showcase of Mod Monday. But everything else here comes with the map. You have small villages here, Bear Creek, and then you have Watson City over here. You get some harbor infrastructure straight away. Actually, it's quite significant with storages and open storages and distribution offices. Even the road vehicle depot town comes with its own amenities, but you're gonna have to start with electricity, power plant, and this kind of stuff. The map has a second city as well, not a little village over here, but there's a city there. It's called Kalkuk. Kalkuk has also passenger harbor, I believe. No, sorry, it has the it has the special cargo harbor, and this is just a dock where you can buy your ships. You have small harbor here for transporting your people. It's kind of set up for boat usage, which is something that I'm interested in, and maybe my next series will be on on map like this, if not even this map. It looks really beautiful, looks a little bit challenging. Let's check how the resources are spread out. You see that you have some coal, not too much. You have some iron, again, not too much. Oil is interesting. It's far away in one hand, and on the other hand, it's you have some oil over here, but it's going to be probably a little bit challenging to get it out. Uranium is definitely going to be challenging because it's based on these islands over here, which are totally separated from land. You're going to have some bridge infrastructure to connect them to the rest of your country. And bauxite is far away in the mountains, and some of it on this island outside of your main city of Watson City. There you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Go and check out the mods. Go and check out every other mod as well. Maybe you're gonna find something that I didn't present here, and it's quite nice because we have a really wonderful community, and I'm not gonna say that anymore. I probably will, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, notification bell, ring it, comment section, hit it. If you want to support the channel, you can always buy me a coffee. Description of the video. That's it. Happy Monday. See you in the next one. Bye bye.